Welcome to day 24 of 30 days of eating for me and my dog after 5 years on a carnivore diet. I'm going to try and base most of my nutrition around beef and red meat again today. I might switch it up and add some venison or some lamb or something like that in there. But kind of like the past couple days, I'm going to try and optimize as much as possible, using mostly beef and other red meat products, and then adding some variation where I need to try and round things out. But I'm going to hydrate, me and my dog's going to work out, and I'm going to go up and have my first meal of the day. Workout's complete, it's time to eat. Alright, I have 17 ounces of 75-25 ground beef from a local butcher shop. I get this for $2.99 a pound. I have 1 pint of extra jello-y bone broth. This is the broth I made just a couple days ago. I have a half a stick of organic butter, 4 tablespoons, 2 ounces of goat cheese, and 3 pasture-raised egg yolks. So I haven't made my bone broth, beef, hamburger stew stuff for a while. So that's what I'm going with this morning. So I did drain off the liquid fat so I can make that. I'm going to use some of that fat to cook these eggs in. But as always, I will be sure to account for straining off the fat when I log this. Alright, my post-workout meal is ready and I'm ready to dig into this. But just a quick update on hunger. So as far as my satiety level goes, like I mentioned a couple days ago, I'm still not really getting hungry. Like, I have very subtle hunger signals occasionally, and there's only a handful of times since I've been doing this optimization period that I've actually felt any level of real hunger at all. And the hunger I have felt is very, very subtle, which since eating carnivore, my hunger signals have always been very subtle anyway. But now it's even less than that. I feel like I could go weeks without eating because I'm simply not hungry, and I feel very satiated pretty much all the time. So I really do think that is a very telling sign about how nutrient dense this food is, and that my body is getting everything that it needs to thrive. It is not craving anything. But obviously I just worked out. I just did legs. It was a pretty tough workout, so I am going to eat even though I'm not really hungry, and I do expect to eat later for the same reason. Shawnee's cooped up inside because it's raining like cats and dogs out there. She is not a happy camper. But it's supper time for the pupper time, so let's see what's on the menu. So we have 12 ounces of chicken leg quarter and a big chicken back for some raw meaty bones. I got this for 87 cents a pound, so 12 ounces is 65 cents. I have 4 ounces of shaved venison. I source this locally from my backyard, so this is 100% free. I have 4 ounces of 80-20 ground beef from a local butcher shop. I get this for $2.99 a pound, so 4 ounces is 76 cents. I have 4 ounces of chicken gizzards. I get this for $1.29 a pound. 4 ounces is 32 cents. I have 3 ounces of chicken feet, aka 2 chicken feet. I get these for $2.24 a pound, so 3 ounces is 42 cents. And as always, hiding in the back here, I do have some fresh bone broth, and there's some chunks of meat in there as well. This is also 100% free. So the total cost for everything that you see here, 27 ounces of food, is $2.15. And that breaks down to $1.27 a pound. Alright, pups fed, now it's my turn. So I've got a little something special planned tonight. This is something I haven't made in quite a while actually, but I'm going to make some primal blend. And that kidney and liver is really going to help to round out some of the nutrition tonight. Alright, I have 2 ounces of sharp cheddar, half a stick of organic butter, this is 4 tablespoons, 2 pasture-raised eggs, which I will consume the yolk only, 1 pound of 85-15 grass-fed beef. This is what I'm going to use as the base for my primal blend. 5 ounce wild-caught salmon fillet with the skin on, 4 ounces of chicken liver that I got for $1.59 a pound, 3 ounces of beef kidney, 4 ounces of mussels, 3 ounces of deer heart, 4 ounces of my all-time favorite food, beef fat trimmings. Alright, I have all my primal blend stuff in this Ninja. So I've got my kidney in here, my liver, and my heart. Alright, so I'm just gonna mix this right into my burger. Alright, these patties look freaking phenomenal. This is a lot of food already, so I don't know if I'll eat all this, especially considering how nutrient packed this is, but I'm gonna give it a shot. As usual, this looks and smells absolutely fantastic. The chances of me getting through all this is probably pretty slim at this point, but I'm going to eat what I can and then I'll save the rest. And whatever I don't consume, obviously I'm going to take off my log. So I'm about to dig into this, but before I do, let's talk about cost. Breakfast this morning was $5.37. So all this food, everything that you see here, is 47 ounces of food. That is 2.94 pounds. It's a lot of daggone food. That's why I don't think I'm going to get through it. But with that said, the total cost for all this, 3 pounds of food, is only $10.03. Dinner and breakfast combined came out to $15.40. And the total weight for those two meals for breakfast and dinner, 73 ounces, 4.5 pounds of food for just over 15 bucks. So combine that with my dog's food. Hers was $2.15 for the entire meal, which hers was 27 ounces today. The total for the entire day, both my meals and hers, $17.55. And when you combine my food with hers, it's 100 ounces of food. That's 6.25 pounds of food. Alright, so I got through everything except for 8 ounces of these Primal Blend patties. So I'm calling it 10 because I'm sure some of the liquid rendered off whenever I cooked these on the grill. So I did go ahead and deduct what I did not eat off of Cronometer. So with that said, let's get right into the nutrition. Let's see how the day stacked up. All right, so total calories consumed today was 4,911 calories. I was in a calorie surplus of 2,150 calories, and that's based off of my current weight, which is 170 pounds, and my target calories being a little over 2,500 calories. All right, total protein consumed today, 379 grams of protein. Total fat consumed was 362 grams. All right, vitamin C, I got pretty darn good on vitamin C today, I would say, for considering what I ate. So I got 44% of my RDA on vitamin C. So most of this vitamin C came from the chicken liver and the mussels I consumed. Iron, I got 6.5, a little over 6.5 times my RDA, so I'm definitely good on iron. A lot of that came from the liver I added in, plus the red meat in general is just very high in iron. And same goes with B12. I got 39.5 times my RDA on B12. Calcium, 94%, which is fantastic because I did not have eggshell powder today. So that calcium just came from the dairy, the bone broth, and the meat. Folate, 2.2 times my RDA, good on folate. Vitamin A, I got 5.5 times my RDA, and that bumped up there really high, really fast because of the chicken liver. Potassium, I got 124%, so I'm good on potassium. What really bumped that up was the seafood I added in there. That usually bumps my potassium up pretty quick. All right, B vitamins, going down all the other B vitamins here. I met and exceeded every single one of my B vitamins. Meat, especially organ meats, are very high in B vitamins. Vitamin D, I got 128% of my RDA, which is absolutely phenomenal. It can be kind of hard to get ample amounts of vitamin D in your diet, especially if you're not consuming seafood or dairy. But by adding in those things today, I put it over the top. Vitamin E, just shy of 100%. So the seafood I consumed today is what really bumped this up, the seafood and the eggs and the dairy. Vitamin K, I probably met or exceeded my RDA on vitamin K today. I didn't sit down and do the math on it like I did yesterday, but specifically beef, 3 ounces of beef has 7% of your RDA. 1 ounce of chicken liver has 3% of your RDA. 1 egg yolk has 5% of your RDA. 1 ounce of cheddar has 3% of your RDA. So all of the food I consumed today, in the amounts that I consumed them, I was probably well above my RDA on vitamin K. And as always, I will put a link in the description below to Healthline, where I pulled the data for vitamin K. And you can kind of look at that yourself and kind of do your own math and determine how much vitamin K you're actually getting. Copper, I got 3.3 times my RDA, so I'm good there. Red meat and liver, organs, things like that have plenty of copper in there. Magnesium, Another one I just missed the mark on. I mean, so close. I mean, I got 381 milligrams out of 420, and that's very bioavailable magnesium that my body can readily use. It is not going to be bound up by plant toxins like it would be if I was getting this from plants like spinach and things like that. Manganese, I got 8.4 milligrams at 3.6 times my RDA, so I'm good there. And the reason I added in mussels and seafood today is to bump that manganese up. Phosphorus, I got a little over 5 times my RDA, so I'm good there. Selenium's very high again today. I got 11.5 times my RDA. Sodium, I'm good with. I salt my food to taste. Zinc, it's been right around 500 to 600% every single day because animal products are very high in zinc, which is great because zinc is very important for human health. All right, moving down to lipids, fats, cholesterol is pretty high today. I got 3,254 milligrams of cholesterol. Cholesterol is very essential for human health. I'm happy with that. As long as fat is coming from animal products, not seed oils, it's really good for you. So I got 2.6 grams of omega-3 at 164%. And I got 11.7 grams of omega-6 at 69%. I'm happy to hit my RDA on omega-3 and not on omega-6 because omega-3 is very anti-inflammatory. It's very essential for human health, has a lot of benefits in the human body, whereas omega-6 can be a little more pro-inflammatory and is not as optimal for you. Saturated fat, 169 grams, 100%. Trans fat, 13.8 grams. Again, all these fats I'm good with. All right, moving down the list, proteins, essential amino acids. This never changes. The numbers go up and down, but I'm always at or above my RDA on every single one of these. And I don't expect to ever have issues with proteins or essential amino acids when I'm consuming a carnivore diet because those foods on a carnivore diet are extremely complete sources of protein. Pretty much the best ones you can get. So all in all, another very successful day of eating. Obviously, I did add in some seafood. I added some variation to my diet, and that was solely to just round out my nutrient profile, to balance things out a little bit. Because as I found out, just eating red meat is not going to bring all of these vitamins, minerals, and nutrients up in the optimal ranges. Now again, do the optimal ranges really matter? Is the RDA really a concern? Is it really something you should live by and follow? I guess for people on a carnivore diet, we really don't know because there's never been any kind of studies done on this for people who eat meat-based diets. So we have no idea what the true optimal range is for these vitamins, minerals, and nutrients on a carnivore diet because the RDA was invented in 1943, World War II era, assuming that people are eating all these other things. But when you remove all those other things, I'm sure things change. And if the last 5 years have taught me anything, it's that I have lived and thrived and have been completely optimized eating a carnivore diet consisting mostly of meat, salt, and water. So could this be beneficial? Absolutely. If there's a chance it could be beneficial, I'm all for it, and I'll continue to include it. It definitely can't hurt. But I think if you're eating red meat, you're eating ample amounts of fat, and you're switching it up every now and then, that's probably all you need. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like, subscribe, join the Apex tribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the future videos in this series. And I'll see you on day 25. All right, peace out.